What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Around the Grounds coverage. Today is going to be slightly different from other episodes. I deeply apologize. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe if you want to stay tuned to the channel. We do have some more episodes coming out, but I just want to give a quick update because of the fact I missed a couple weeks already. We are still running some network issues, at least here for Around the Grounds. You are still seeing updated episodes from The Cross, which Chase is handling. We are going to be dropping some new things out, but I've been having some internet network issues, which has been consistently hurting upload times and speeds and stuff like that. So I'm sorry, this is like the fourth time I've been trying to get the same video up, but I'm just going to do a quick review. That way I can get something out to you guys today. We're caught back up and then we can be refreshed on the season because the Premier League has been crazy right now. And funny enough, Liverpool is leading the charge, being, ranking one off in standings, followed by Man City and Arsenal, and then Chelsea following suit. But before we get to today's video, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Avid Products and Headsets, as well as Zip Chair Gaming, providing great chairs to us at Oklahoma City Chargers and Charge Sports Network. All right, guys, so just to give you guys a quick update on what has occurred in week 6 as well as week 7 of the Premier League. Week 6, let's start off with Man City and Newcastle. That's one of the big games. Man City did not get points in this game. They ended up drawing with Newcastle, which halted why they dropped in league standings so far. You've seen Chelsea have shown great improvements since the start of the season. Last season wasn't their year. They had a lot of trouble with injuries. Obviously their head coach being gone, a new skipper in town. So it's been a lot of different change. You got Jadon Sancho over there now after leaving his loan deal over from Borussia Dortmund. You are having Cole Palmer basically, going in from last season because he was doing really well then, but you really have him cooking with this Chelsea team and being 50. Like I believe there was a chart saying that he had at least 50%. He has 50% of Chelsea's goal scoring contributions in like the last 40 games, something like that. But all in all, Chelsea's end up, beating Brighton 4-2. Brentford and West Ham matched up very well. Something to think about with West Ham is they've always been very, very defensive oriented. So I'm looking to see something a little bit different this season. They're 1-1 with Brentford. Brentford doesn't have Ivan Toney anymore, so that's something to take into consideration. Then you have Everton and Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is really in a bad spot. They're actually sitting at the relegation line. And it's a huge part of just trading away their talent. Like, I understand that you couldn't really do very much because Michael Olise wanted to go to a better club. He wanted to go to, he wanted to be in, competing for European championships, excuse me. And so, the move to Bayern Munich is really inevitable. It's not like Crystal Palace is in a good stand to be able to keep Michael Olise, but at the same time, with the money they receive from Michael Olise, it's just like they didn't receive a whole lot to be able to reinforce, what he's left, and that's kind of the big aspect. If you're going to lose a great talent like that, you have to kind of use the money that you're bringing in to reinforce them for your future. And so I'm not seeing it so far. Crystal Palace has really struggled. Then you see Leicester City face against my Arsenal. Arsenal really just showcasing why we need to win this season with a 4-2 win against Leicester City. Nottingham Forest ends up losing to Fulham. Then you have Wolves and Liverpool. Liverpool winning 2-1 against Wolves. Ipswich Town and Aston Villa drawing it out. Which you would think Aston Villa has been very consistent. You had Ollie Watkins over there doing his thing, which is probably one of my favorite Aston Villa players personally. He's always gave us a challenge each time we ran across them at Villa Park. But then you have the disappointment in Manchester United. And now, we know Spurs and Manchester United all in all, but if Onana's made man of the match, there's some things going wrong there. And I want to just flat out say it. I stated it early. Erik ten Hag, it's starting to be more predictable. And he keeps saying, "Oh, don't look at us at the start of the season. Look at us at the end of the season." I'm sorry, Erik ten Hag. This has been a consistent theme. You've had numerous. David De Gea is prime example is showing up over at Florentine, like saving 2 penalties. You know what I mean? Then you have like Jade Santo instance. You have the likes of, the Ronaldo instance not working well with the management. Then you have, like, for example, you're bringing in signings like Zazovic Zakiri, who hasn't scored since the first time he arrived on debut. And then you have, like, Antony, like, you have Mount. There's so many bad purchases since Erik ten Hag has been here, and there's nothing to show for it. And then you have some of their talent having like poor performances and just poor form, like Marcus Rashford. Like, you are seeing Alexandro Garnacho do a lot better, but outside of that, there's not too much you could really build off. This Man United team is in shambles. And it only goes to start with the guy in charge, like, who created this mess in the first place. And you have to look at Erik ten Hag in the last 2 seasons. Yeah, he's going to keep mentioning those trophies that he lucked out and got, but my personal opinion, it's sad to see it happen this way. And then we have, I want to just wrap it up. Bournemouth and Southampton. Bournemouth winning 3-1. That ends off week 6. Now we're going into week 7. Liverpool, as stated, has showcased why they're undefeated. They're doing their thing this season. They're not undefeated. They're 6-1. Man City and Arsenal is undefeated with 5-2. My apologies. But Liverpool is showcasing why they're a strong team. Stats-wise, player-wise, they are doing what they need to do to win games. Mo Salah's having a really good season. Luis Diaz is having a good season. I know Darwin Núñez came in on his first start and ended up scoring a banger of a goal, so that's something to think about. Then you have the likes of, like I said, my Arsenal facing Southampton. That's not even a challenge. They haven't competed with us, so it's just pretty much get the win, get our points secured. Because if the issue we had the last few seasons is like games we should have won, we give points up, and it's ridiculous. We're gonna go over to Brentford and Wolves. Brentford scoring 5 goals, beating Wolves. They only scoring 3. Man City got back into form with the likes of 3 goals to 2, with Jeremy Doku scoring a banger of a goal. And then you had Motola Kajovic scoring 2 goals of his own. Then you had the likes of West Ham beating Ipswich Town 4-1, Leicester City beating Bournemouth 1-0, Man United and Aston Villa drawing it out 0-0. Then you had the likes of Everton 0-0 with Newcastle, Chelsea and Nottingham Forest 1-1, and then Brighton ended up beating Spurs 3-2. And that's pretty much the caught up. Now, I know I've stated I wanted to get on to some Champions League stuff, which I do have me a fantasy football Champions League team that I will be kind of going into a little bit of details with that you guys can see what I'm doing. But overall, this is supposed to be a quick review. I know I kind of went over some details and things like that, but I missed out a few weeks and I'm having internet issues, so I'm hoping we get this one out, everything's cleaned out. But expect some new content, expect me to add some more fun stuff. I am working on some highlight reels and some stuff like that for some top goal scorers, and get back into my editing that way because I enjoy doing that. So expect some content there. Expect Fully Charged. Fully Charged is going to be dropping on Fridays. I'm just waiting on the right moment. I'm speaking to a few more people because, like as stated, I don't want to kick off another show or kick off, our NBA tip-off series or the college pipeline when I'm having network issues and I'm barely able to upload on Around the Grounds. So that's one of the biggest things I'm trying to get figured out with the internet issues. Once the internet issues, shows will start running. Now you're going to see a new personnel as well coming in, but I'm going to leave that for a different time. Do expect some stuff over on Oklahoma City Chargers, my esports organization that I do own. We are bringing in some new talent. We're bringing in a new Call of Duty team. We're bringing in a new Counter-Strike team. So just stay aware. We're back. But all in all, appreciate you guys staying tuned to this type of content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned to the Round the Crowns coverage. Stay tuned to Charge Sports Network. We are going to be pushing all of our shows over on the podcast format. So look for YouTube podcasts for Around the Grounds, The Cross, as well as Fully Charged. All of our little mini shows will be over on YouTube podcasts. I am going to try to have it on our iHeartRadio as well. So make sure you stay tuned to that. But bottom line, love to have you guys. Peace.